We will continue our topic, Indian rivers and water resources. Let us talk about the case study and conflict, the Tungabhadra River Basin. So we are having the conflict and issue with the Tungabhadra River. Let us understand this river, Tungabhadra, where exactly this river flow. This river is flow in these three region. If I talk about this river Tungabhadra, they flow in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. In these three region, this river get flow. And the maximum area, if I could talk about the river, maximum area, it is in Karnataka. If I said 71,470 kilometer, the total catchment area of this river, total river area, out of this 57,671 kilometer area, which is in Karnataka. And the rest of the area, remaining area, is in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So generally, why we are having the issue with that Tungabhadra river? Because we won't receive rainfall. We receive very less rainfall, and that too is not sufficient for us. We are having very less water, and we don't have any proper reservation. And that too, what we are having, what is stored, that is not sufficient for the agriculture. We are having lack of water most of the time. We are having shortage. So that is the reason only we may need to ask Karnataka to give the Tungabhadra river water to us for agriculture purpose. As I said before, I will talk about this topic later. Okay, just continue this topic. So, what is there? What is the behind this water? Okay, why the water is getting less? If I could say, the reason behind is that if I talk about almost since from 50 years ago almost, the water level was in the Tungabhadra dam, it was 3,766 million cubic the water amount of water was there. But after that, now we can see only 849. You can see how much 849 million cubic water is there now. Only now we are having that much less water. So this water has been get lost due to the continuous mining, due to the deforestation, and people are making their houses and for living purposes. All this make the water dry. You see how much water we have lost, almost say 60 to 70% lost during this 50 years because of this mining and this deforestation, and we don't have any organized and proper way to store the water. Okay, anyone can dig the water and they can take the water, they can use, because no one having the control. No? It's a floating body water. Land we can have a fixed body, but water is a floating body. That is the reason only whoever get the chance, like they are having the motor, they are having the borewell, they can dig the water, they can take it and they can use according to them. We don't have any system. So that is the reason only we are having this issue in the region, because we are having shortage of water, lack of water. That is the reason only we ask Karnataka to give the water. We are right in our part. If I saying about ourselves, we are right because we don't have water. That is the reason only we are asking from the Karnataka. And what are the other issue here? You can see. Okay, we are having Kudrumukh, okay, region, okay, which is lying in the Tungabhadra river. So we are they are having mining there. Okay, mining iron ore is there. So the lots of water, you can say that it will become a dirt. It will become a wastage. And another Sandur place is there, where is the manganese is there. So all the water will get sand and all this will get go into the water and get stuck into the deep of the water. Okay, deep of the water body. No one can go and no one can clean. Okay, this is not a box. Okay, or this is not a, what I can say, that small area, small house or barrel that somebody can clean. It is the thousands of meter below from the in the deep in the river. Okay, nobody can go and nobody can clean their silt and their soil and the dirt, and all these things have been get into the water. So it is very difficult task. So we may need to have some plan and some proper organized systems to store this water. And apart and further, if I could talk about how the water will get used and how the water will get waste, almost we need 2.7 large, 27 large units are there. Okay, like big industries are there in the Tungabhadra region. Almost 19 more than 19-20 industries are there. So the large unit, they need 27 large unit, they need a water, plus the 2,543 small units, small factories are there. They need gallons of water they need every day. So this much amount of water they are taking from the Tungabhadra river. That is the reason only we can find there is a shortage of water in the Tungabhadra river and conflict in this region for the water. So let us discuss and continue about this topic. We may need to have a proper organized system where we can use the water in a proper way. Let us understand in the next topic. We will see all this thing in the Hivara Bazaar, okay, in the Maharashtra. We will see how these people are using the water in a proper way. Keep smiling. Rational and equitable use of water on example, like we discussed before, we should have a proper organized system to store this water to supply in a proper way to the agriculture and for the living purpose, and all these purposes we may need to get used in the water in a proper order. So we will take an example of one village which name is Hivara Bazar, okay, village. This village under the Ahmednagar district. This village come under the Ahmednagar district in Maharashtra. So they are following certain rules to do the agriculture in the proper way, to save the water in a proper way. If I talk about the water, the water they receive very less. Okay, 400 mm water they receive, which is very less. And most of the time the area is very drought, so the government have taken that area into their yojana, okay, or the yojana, they have taken this area in the other gram yojana, and they are taking care of those area. So what are the conditions they put in this area? They put 4 bans in that area. Bans means restrictions. Like first ban, okay, the first ban what they put, the first on nasha bandi, okay, nobody can consume alcohol there, okay, liquor should not use. And next one, naxbandi means family planning, okay, they should not have much more children, okay. Third one, voluntary physical, whenever it's required they go and do the physical work, voluntary, free work, huh? Sometimes. And fourth one, the animals not having any rights to go and do the free grazing, okay. What happens, sometimes animal will go to another to other agriculture area land, and they will eat the crops there. Like in our home also, I will say I'm having lots of plant, but sometimes the goats come from the neighbors and they will come and they will eat, we can do nothing, okay. So but here they are having the restriction that for free grazing. So these are the conditions which they are following, and based on that they are getting benefits. Apart from these restrictions, they are having other using the method, other method in the agriculture from where they can save more water. Like what they are doing, they are using diversify crops instead of cultivating one crop. Like we see, okay, the whole land is not using for a single crop. Rather than using for a single crop, they are using multiple crop, like multiple vegetables. If I give example of suppose potato is there, okay, so they are not using the whole land for the potato, because we eat all the vegetables, okay. If you say that, okay, I will not eat the potato, then what happened with the potato land with the potatoes, okay. So what they are doing, instead of cultivating for one crop, they are using diversified crops. They are cultivating more vegetables there in the one land. So what happen, the water will be get goes to the other vegetables also, the water will be get not waste. And further what they are doing, they are giving the prioritize, which vegetable need the water first, okay. Like the suppose potato need first, next tomato, next brinjal, next, like this they are giving the priority, who need the water first, they are sowing those vegetable on the first, okay, just giving the prioritizing according to the water requirement. So this is the another thing by which they are utilizing the water in a proper way. Further what I am saying, that sugarcane, they consume lots of water. So what they are doing, they are not cultivating sugarcane in that area, because if they cultivate sugarcane, it will consume more water. So how they take the precaution and how they are saving the waters, okay. We may also need to have this kind of facilities, this kind of system we may need to get create, from which we can use the water in a proper way, and also we can store the water, and we should not depend upon the climate. This all we will discuss in the next topic. I will just create a slide and get back to you in a minute. So we will come to an end. Perhaps this is the last topic of the lesson. So, water as a common pool resource. So, as we know that water is necessary for everyone. Like the first priority is the drinking water is compulsory for us, necessary for us. As we know that the water requirement, the first priority goes to the drinking. We need a water to drink, and we may need to get water for agriculture purpose. And so lots of for most of the things we need a water is essential for us, as we know that. So we may need to get used in a proper way. It's not like that, we should not do the misuse of water. As I said, it is a very compulsory. Without water we cannot live. So the first priority is for the living human being, we need a water. And who regulate the system? Because water is like a resource, like how we are having the public property, roads and other public property. Likewise, the water will also become a public property. Nobody can control. Actually, we should have a law to control this water body also. But unfortunately, there is a no water. There is a no laws, because land is a physical asset. We can understand, we can put the restriction, we can put the laws on the land. But water, it's a floating body. It will move from one way to another way, like our tongue. So we are not having the control on our tongue. So likewise, the water is also, we are not having the control. It move from one place to another place. So those who get the control on the water, they can fetch the water. So it is like that only. So sometimes people will use misuse of the water. They will unnecessarily waste the water. So these all things you may need to get right from your own. What is there in the lesson plus what I am explaining you have to get right according to that. No need to get confused. Very simple topic, I mean very general topic. So we may need to get control over the body. We should have some laws to restriction, to keep the water safe. So you see, of course, it is not easy to regulate the water, because the water can move from one place to another place and nobody can control. Maybe future we are having some system. So based on that, it is telling about one village which is in Kerala. Okay, so earlier they are having one Coca-Cola factory there, but the village afterwards, the government of Kerala was told that on 2014, the Coca-Cola company, that they will not really renew the license of the this cold drink company. They said that because of this factory, lots of water will get lost, and the people of that village is not getting the sufficient water. And that this case goes into the court, and the Supreme Court having the two statement about this issue. One judge said that okay, this water is the first priority for the human being. First we need water for the drinking, then later we can think about another thing. And another judge told that that this water can use anybody. There is no control on the water is a public property, anyone can use. So case is still there in the Kerala court. So this is the end of the lesson. If you're having any doubt, or if you're having any feedback, you can give to me to improve my teaching or my communication or anything. If you can find any mistake or any flaws, please forgive me. And I will just try my level best to explain in an easy way. And believe me, it is very easy. If you could just only thing is that you may need to get practice, and you may need to get read more English content, and you may need to get talk more. You see, in the beginning also I find little bit problem to speak, because since long time I was I was not using English. I was just talking in Hindi, because I was teaching in school. Okay, some school, that they will not understand social studies if I could speak in English. So, and lots of students, in the corona, during because of the corona, they are not going to school properly, so they are away from the education. So that is the reason only I just recorded some video in Hindi. You can listen if you want to understand in Hindi. But I prefer personally to you to just speak in English. Very easy English. You don't have to become, again, I'm telling you, Angaris to speak English. It's very simple English, normal English. You can speak and you can do the wonders and miracles. So see you in the next topic. Please take care of yourself and have a great day. Keep smiling. Bye.